there everyone, welcome to Alchemy. In this video we bring you the August forecast for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising sign. If you'd like to know how this month's gonna go, carry on watching. So this is the spread we have for Pisces. Those of you who have Sun, Moon or Rising sign as Pisces. If you have any doubts regarding your Rising sign or your Moon sign, I'm going to leave you here a small video where I teach you how to make your natal chart online for free and how to immediately identify your Rising sign and your Moon sign. All you need is your birth data, where the time of your birth should be as precise as possible to the minute if you can, and you should use the your city or the closest one if it doesn't show up on a map to determine the location. Okay, the city is not that important, but the time indeed is what's going to determine exactly what sign is rising in the horizon at the moment that you were born. So if you were here for the first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. If you haven't done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and pressing the bell button to know when we have new videos around here. And of course, you can leave us a thumbs up if you like the video, a comment, any suggestion or any doubt that you may have in the comment box below. We're more than happy to listen, to read actually what you have to say and answer you if that's the case. If you have any doubt or any suggestion that requires answering from us, we read all of the comments that you post. All right, so this spread's a little bit different than usual because usually this spread has 7 cards, and this time my guides made me take an extra card. This is the Faith or the Pope with the King of Swords. So I would say that there is an energy that's going to permeate all of this, and that would be the energy of spiritual connection and also the energy of expertise. Okay, because both cards represent a sense of authority, a sense of expertise, and also a sense of connection. One, a connection to the whole in the universe, to the unconditional source of love, and to our guides, ascended masters, angels, and the other also represents a connection to our intellect. Okay, so let's go into the spread, and we start with the energy of the month, and here we have the Moon with the 4 of Cups. So the energy for this month is a little bit diffuse. It's an energy that is super intuitive, super receptive, but at the same time a little bit eluded. Okay, the card of the Moon usually talks about delusion, talks about you not being able to know for sure what's going on. Okay, so you may be building castles in the air, and that's what comes with the four of Cups. Be careful not to be building castles in the air, not to be waiting for some help when you have all the resources at hand. Pay attention to what you have near you, at how you can use the resources that you have available to you, all right? Because maybe you have more around you than what you believe, and maybe the inspiration that you are waiting for and hoping for, the help that you wish would come, is at your fingertips. Okay, so just be careful with that, because with the energy of the Moon it's quite easy not to have a clear mind. Okay, then we have the energy of the challenge for this month. The challenge is something that is available for you. It's an energy that's available for you this month, but it's a little bit harder for you to access it. Whereas with the Moon, it's probably going to be your whole month. You're going to feel this every time. The energy of the Chariot, it's not going to be so easy for you to identify and for you to work with. Okay, so what do we have here with the Chariot? The Chariot is an energy of triumph, self-discipline, also an energy of decision. It's when you make plans, when you have a goal, and then you make a plan where you break it into small steps. So that's the card of the Chariot. I usually call it the card of the lists, because that's where you decide what you want to do first. You decide where your priorities should be and how you should organize it, all right? So you need to pay attention to this situation, because if you can align your life purpose, so your higher self and your and the purpose that your guides, your masters, your angels show you through meditation, and that you know that is supposed to be your path in life. If you align that with your projects and goals down here in the material life, you will have a lot of success. Okay, so this is a month for you to put everything together and to make everything work as one, and you will see amazing results. But it's going to be a little bit hard for you to make these decisions, to lay down the plan. All right, it's going to be a little bit hard. That's why it's on the challenge part, but I believe that you have more than the ability to do that, because you see, this is where you have this Four of Cups. Okay, if you make the decisions, if you make the plan, you're going to use what you already have around you, and you're going to help yourself, and you're going to be able to have the most beautiful outcome to your projects this month. Okay, so then we have the card for love. So this is a card that can be, it's transversal to any situation. It doesn't matter if you are looking for someone or if you are already in a relationship. This card is a card of liberation. It's a card that talks about getting rid of patterns, old patterns, stuff that has happened to you once and again throughout your life. It may have been a pattern that first started in your family, then it happened again with your friends or at your work or with past relationships. Okay, so there are patterns that have been perpetuated in your life once and again, and right now the universe is telling you, hey, it's time for you to get rid of that. And it's a pattern that's going to be manifested in your love life. Okay, if you are seeking for someone, it may be someone who brings this pattern back to you, or it may be someone from the past that had this pattern when you were in a relationship with this person, or it may be someone that has this pattern on their lives and needs your help to get rid of it. If you are already in a relationship, it may be the case that this pattern is happening again. It may be a pattern that has already happened at work or with your family, and you need to look at your relationship attentively and objectively so that you can identify this pattern and get rid of it. Here you have your intuition again with the Queen of Swords, but it's an intuition with mental ability. All right, you have here the connection that you have also with the moon, but you need here to have some mental sharpness. That's the Queen of Swords here. You have a lot of intuition used with a lot of mental sharpness that will allow you to have enough clarity to see what's going on, and then to see what has changed in you and in the way that you deal with this situation, pattern, whatever, so that you can get yourself rid of this pattern once and for all. Okay, it's a pattern that's going to be evident in your love life, but more likely than not, you will have already gone through this in some other situation, and now it's time for you to get rid of it. Then we have the Fool in your money card. So this is a weird month regarding money. Why do I say this? Because the Fool, it's a card that can mean you have a lot or you have a little, or you have money coming from unexpected places and then you have to spend it in unexpected stuff. Okay, with the card of the Fool, all that's certain is that you're not going to have any control whatsoever in your finances. All right, so Queen of Wands, use your intuition to be practical, because the Queen of Wands is not only very magnetic but also very practical. So in here you have the possibility, for example, to attract a small amount of money in a lotto ticket, and then that same amount of money is exactly what you need to pay for your car that had to go to be repaired, and then you get some more money and then you spend it don't know where. So make a list of everything you spend. It doesn't matter if it was just a pack of chewing gum or if it was paying for the whole bills for the month. It doesn't matter. Just make a freaking list, because otherwise by the end of the month you're not going to know how much money do you have, how much money did you spend, and how much money did you make. have you made? All right, so make a list. Make an Excel sheet or use an app or whatever, but make a list of all the money that has come in, that has gone out. It doesn't matter if it's just a penny, just write it down, because otherwise you're gonna lose it. By the end of the month, you're gonna be completely lost in what you have paid, what you have not. It's gonna be a mess, okay? So, if you're trying to invest in anything right now, don't. That's just most straightforward advice that I can tell you. Just hold on for a little bit longer, but this month, don't invest in anything, because more likely than not, either the investment is not what it was supposed to be, or the outcome is not what you wanted. It's crazy with money this month. So take a breath and don't invest. Just wait, all right, until things are clearer. Then regarding your health, we have here another 10, a 10 of cups, also a very positive card, but this comes with the Hangman. And the Hangman usually talks about situations of lack of vitality, melancholia, burnout, apathy, and ultimately depression, okay? So what this card tells me is that you need to look at stuff from a different point of view, because you are blessed. You have a lot of blessings going on around you. You have a lot of conditions to feel good. But for someone, for example, who is depressed, it's important to know that, first of all, there is no judgment. Second of all, it's a disease. Third of all, it's very unique to each person. You may not know what caused this. You may not know what factors contributed for you to feel low, for you to feel apathetic, for you to feel just down and blue all the time, okay? You may not know what contributed to that, or you may have a very clear idea to that. You may even have what looks like an amazing life. You have a home, you have a good car, you have a good job, you have a nice family. But it doesn't, despite all this, it doesn't mean that you can't feel miserable inside, okay? Maybe all that cost you a lot. Maybe you had to work so hard that right now, even though you got your rewards in the way of a nice life, this reward doesn't seem enough. It doesn't seem like it was worth it, all right? So there may be a ton of ways and a ton of reasons why you may feel down, apathetic, depressed, burned out. You may have a lot of reasons going on. Nevertheless, you should seek help. Here we have the card of expertise and we have the card of the connection. So you may have the need to go for either a psychiatrist, a psychologist, or even a holistic therapist. I don't know, someone who works with hypnotherapy, who works with subconscious therapy, or for counseling, whatever. You need to look at stuff from a different point of view so that you can see all the blessings that you have around you, okay? That's the point with this combo. That's what you have in your life right now regarding your health. It doesn't mean that you have to do this because you are also blessed. No, it means that if you look at stuff from a different point of view, you will see not only the blessings that you have around you, but you will see a great improvement in your health and in your vitality in general, okay? So once again, no judgment, but that's what the cards advise you to do, just to take a look at stuff from a different point of view, okay? It's not easy, it's not simple, it's not something that you can do just wake up and be all cheerful. It isn't, but with a little bit of help, I believe that you'll be able to get there and then to enjoy what you have strived so hard to get. Then we have the Lovers and a Knight of Coins in your work cards. Again, transversal reading to everyone. It doesn't matter if you are working already with a fixed contract, if you are waiting to see if someone will renew your contract, or if you are seeking for a job. You're going to have more than one offer on the table, okay? It may be the case that if you have a fixed, already a steady job, you may be presented with different options of things or projects that you need to lead or that you need to interact with, and where your your abilities to be disciplined and to be methodical will be needed, okay? This will be demanded of you, that you are methodical, that you are organized, that you are very precise in what you do, okay? If you are waiting to see if your contract will be renovated, the same, okay? If you are seeking for a job, you'll have more than one offer on the table. That's more than evident. If you are trying to get away from where you are, it's a good month because you'll have more than one offer made to you, okay? So this is the point. You'll have more than one offer made. You'll have to make choices, okay? You'll have to make choices at face value. You may not know exactly what's going to happen, either with the new functions that are offered to you, or the new proposals that are presented to you, or with the offers that you have to consider. You're going to have to work with face value, with what they told you, that with the way they told you things are supposed to be. Only after you've made your decisions will you know the consequences of these decisions for yourself and for your life, okay? But nevertheless, you have here a very successful month where you'll have more than one thing to do and more than one option on the table. So the choice is yours, and so is the responsibility of the outcome. So now we come to your spirituality, and here you have the Magician and the Six of Swords. What this tells me is that it's possible that you may feel interested in different areas of study for your spirituality than you have, than would usually be your cup of tea, because with the Six of Swords, you're moving from a place that you already know, and that may right now not be as favorable to you as it was before. You may not be feeling as elated with your spirituality as you once were, and you need to make some changes, especially because with the Magician, this is a very creative energy. It's an energy of creativity, it's an energy of alchemy, it's an energy of transformation. So it may be the case that you have developed some other interests in your you can accommodate with your spiritual life. Okay, you may have developed other interests in your spirituality, or you've had informations from other spiritual practices, and that you feel like they may make sense in your life, and now you are moving from one point to the other so that you can actually develop your spirituality the way that you feel that you can, in a way that is very personal and very unique to yourself, okay? And here you also have this connection, and it may be the case that you have here the support of an expert, someone who can guide you, representative from some other cultures, relationships, yes, that too, and religions, or just help groups, whatever. You may have here the connection, the intuition to know what to do, and that intuition may also guide you towards people who have the same sort of options that you have, and then those people may guide you in the development of your spirituality. So, an amazing month here. As a result, we go for our Ascended Masters and Isis Oracle cards. And the Ascended Masters come with the energy of Krishna. He is a messenger of joy, happiness, and romantic love, and spiritual teachings, and he brings blessings to whoever calls upon him. And Krishna says that it's time for you to find the blessing in your current situation. The Hangman textbook. Every situation offers opportunities to grow and learn. When we curse a situation, we block its energy flow and things fester and grow worse. In contrast, as you recognize the blessings within your current situation, supportive and healing energy flows toward you. This card comes to you because there's an unrecognized blessing within your current situation. It could be something that you've learned or gained, for example. Recognize the blessing to accelerate the healing and manifestation that's trying to come to you. Additional meanings for this card may be, instead of worrying, pray and use positive affirmations. Know that everything's in divine and perfect order, The situation is resolving itself perfectly. You heal through the power of gratitude. We have here 2 cards that represent abundance and a lot to be grateful for. So it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, especially with the card of the moon. It's never easy, but it means that indeed you have something to be grateful for. There may be a lot of spreads where people don't have anything to be grateful for, where everything is just heavy and gloomy. In your case, that's not it. The point is, you may have just overexerted yourself so much in the past. Right now, it's hard for you to see the beauty in what you've conquered, okay? So here, the Isis Oracle comes with the Cartouche Card. It talks about divine names of power. Lady Isis initiates you now into her special mysteries, the use of sacred intonations. The words that you speak are rapidly gaining power. To benefit from this power rather than be undermined or held back by it, practice a thoughtful speech and clear your heart of old unforgiveness, which can poison your words unintentionally. As your heart grows in purity, you'll be able to speak with spiritual authority, and what you speak of will come into being more swiftly and obviously. Isis is initiating you as a master healer in her sacred tradition of divine names of power. You are being initiated into the divine healing tradition of Isis herself. Isis works through divine names of power. These are sacred words of strength, magic, and power to create healing from a place of compassion and devotion to love. She honors that which is worthy of protection and uses endless determination combined with her skill of speaking words of power to cause life to thrive, and that which is not worthy of cultivation, which would not serve life, to dissipate and decline. Divine names of power are the mantras, sounds, and names of the divine in all traditions. Isis will bring you her name to begin, offered to you as a sacred gift to be worked with as a mantra of protection, of feminine grace and divinity and healing. You can use her name as a word, phrase, or mantra that is given through initiations. Is like a light bulb that has been plugged into a lamp. The initiation switches the power on, and the use of the word by the initiate is like the lamp shining in its light. If you have been interested in using your voice in some way for writing, singing, healing, speaking, or becoming a spokesperson for a particular cause that resonates with your heart, this Oracle of the Cartouche brings guidance that Lady Isis honors your desire, encourages you to explore, and shall protect your process. The Oracle of the Cartouche reminds you that invoking the power of speech and word for your strength, protection, and spiritual growth will work effectively for you. Sometimes thinking and saying no is the most powerful word you can say to honor personal choice and create safe boundary for yourself. Sometimes affirming in thought and speech, I choose to see the divine within this person, place, or situation, is another way to cut through drama and use the power of word, in thought, and spoken expression to create powerful healing. Choose to use your words with wisdom and pure intention, keeping in mind that with more power comes more karmic responsibility, and therefore always surrendering to the greater good in unconditional love is a good idea. With this approach, your gift will grow strong, and its effect, intentional and unintentional, will be as spiritually clean and helpful as possible. You will become a greater force of love, peace, and power on this planet. So you have here an amazing card giving you a lot of power that you can awaken through your speech, through your mind, and also through some sort of magic. Because magic words have been at the core of a lot of religions. Actually, that's what prayer is. It's like a magic word for you to attain a certain result. So you can use that magic to your favor, to help you heal, to help you see the blessings that you have around you, and also to help you materialize whatever projects you may have in your mind. So I hope that the spread helped you, that it made sense, that you liked it, and I hope to see you again in our next video. See you soon. Bye.